Hi, this is Pam Slim from Escape from Cubicle Nation, and I have a tip for you today to help ensure that you maintain a great relationship with all of your clients, and especially those that may be good friends. I have a client who had a great relationship with the person who asked him to do some work, which was actually a friend, and because they were so comfortable and familiar with each other, he didn't set up a typical contract. It was a rather small project to just go and do a small piece of work. They had had some email exchange, and my client felt comfortable that everything was clear and that there had been an agreement via email to go ahead and proceed with the work. And so he went ahead and did it, did the work, delivered it, thought everything was fine, submitted an invoice, and lo and behold, found that the client did not have the same expectation, had thought that they were still just talking about the scope of the work, and it became a very awkward and uncomfortable situation. So a great way around this is to make sure as part of the process that you have consistently for all of your projects, if you're a consultant, is to always have a contract in place, and it can be very basic. You want to have your basic scope of work. What is it that is to be delivered? The specific deliverables, so that would be documents, products, research, images, whatever it is. The timeline for when it is that things need to be delivered. If it's a project that goes over a month or so, I always recommend having a couple smaller milestones so that as you complete one portion of the project, then you can ship that, make sure that everything is okay, and then also invoice on that date so you don't have to wait a long time to get paid for a project. You also want to include timing, so agreements on timing, when is the work due, and also the terms. What are the terms? How will payment be made? When will it be made? Is it immediately due upon receipt of the invoice? Is it 15 days, 30 days, whatever those terms are? When you make things clear through a written document and a contract, both parties know that everything is clear, and if there's any discussion, you can really go back and look at it together. There is a great resource for creating contracts, which is made by my client, Kyle Durand. I'm so proud of the work that he's done. It's amazing. Kyle is a postdoctorate tax attorney and has put together a site called ourdeal.com, OURDEAL.com, which allows you, it has a lot of pre-set up contracts for joint ventures and intellectual property agreements and things like that. So you could use one that's a valid legal document that's part of the site. Or you could create your own contract, just make a PDF of it, and that you can upload into our deal. Now, the cool thing happens when you have, say, a partner that you want to send a contract to. You would upload the document into our deal. You'd put in the email address of the person to send it to. It shoots the email to them with a copy of the contract. If they want to make any adjustments to it, they can put notes in the field and send it back to you. Or if it's okay, they do a digital signature that's actually a legally valid binding signature on that contract, but all electronic. They email that back to you through our deal, and then you get a copy, both of you get a signed digital copy by both parties of a valid legal contract. I'm telling you, I used it when I set up a partnership playbook, which is a product that I created, and we had a whole bunch of people that I was interviewing for the project, and we wanted to make sure we had releases for using that information in a paid product. And so we entered all that information in a basic agreement, sent it off, and I kid you not, within about an hour, we had all 12 or 13 back. Normally, if I had to wait for people to print it out and sign it and upload it and scan it, it could drag out for weeks. So I think it's the coolest resource in the universe. Whether you use that or not, the important thing is to make sure that you do have an agreement in place. And so, especially when it's somebody that you might know really well and you all think that you understand the terms, it's very, very important to get it in writing. It just keeps everything clean and simple. So best of luck. I hope you get lots of business and that your clients are exceptionally happy with everything that you do. Thanks.